This is lesson 3-1, solving and graphing inequality solution sets. So first, to discuss what an inequality is, it's just like an equation, but we use an inequality symbol instead of the equal sign. The quote-unquote answer to an inequality is called a solution set, meaning that there's a set of numbers, could be many numbers, that can satisfy as a solution to an inequality. Whereas with an equal sign, when we are talking about linear equations, there's only one answer to that equation. The four inequality signs that are necessary for you to know are as follows: less than, greater than, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. The procedure for solving inequalities is exactly the same as one for solving an equation, with the exception of the fact that the properties of equality now become the properties of inequality. If you're having trouble remembering the steps to solving an equation, please look back at lesson 2-6, multi-step equations. After solving an inequality, you must graph the solution set on a number line. There are some special negative rules for the multiplication and division property of inequality. If you multiply or divide by a negative number only, your inequality sign must flip and change direction. Here's an example of what I'm talking about. Negative 3x is greater than 12. In solving this inequality, I would divide both sides by negative 3 using the division property of inequality. However, because I divided by a negative number, I must now flip the direction of the sign. So x is now less than negative 4. Graphing inequalities is a little bit different and something you may have never done before. First, solve the inequality. Next, set up a number line. Next, make a circle on the number that you solved with your inequality. Make it an open circle if it's less than or greater than, and make it a closed circle if it's less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. Draw your arrow in the correct direction. Let's do this example together. X over negative 4 is less than or equal to 2. What I want to do here is multiply both sides by negative 4. That's using the multiplication property of inequality. Now, x, I do have to flip my sign. X is now greater than or equal to negative 8. Now that I've solved my inequality, I'm going to attack the graphing portion. First of all, I've solved it. I have my number line. And now on my number line, I'm going to draw a circle at negative 8, right above it. And because of this right here, the equal part of it, I need to fill this circle in. That means I'm including negative 8 in my solution set. Now I need to draw an arrow on the number line in the correct direction. X is greater than or equal to negative 8, so I want to draw the arrow in the direction of where numbers will be greater, and that is going to the right. So I draw my arrow, and I put an arrowhead on because my solution set will go on forever and ever to positive infinity. Let's take a look at another example. Pause the video at this point to give yourself a chance to try it on your own. First thing I want to do is distribute both the 7 and the 3. I end up with 7x plus 14 plus 3x minus 9 is greater than 35. Now I want to combine like terms, which will give me 10x plus 5 greater than 35. Now I'll subtract 5 on both sides to get 10x is greater than 30. And I'll divide by 10. No sign switch here because, again, I'm dividing by a positive number. So x is greater than or equal to 3. No, I'm sorry, it's not greater than or equal to. I was jumping the gun. It's just greater than. So x is greater than 3. So now I want to find 3 on my number line, and this time I want an open circle because I'm not including 3 in my solution set. I'm including all the numbers greater than 3. I take a look at my number line and I see, where are my numbers getting greater? That's going to the right. I'm going to draw my arrow that way and leave an arrowhead on. If you're having any issues with any portion of this lesson, please make sure you are emailing me or consulting me in class.